Ollantaytambo, they hold an unusual event. An amateur bullfight.
I think the bull just won that round.
The animals are far too valuable to put at risk. Only the matadors get hurt. Anyone is welcome to test their courage.
I'd really like to try it.
I'm committed. The walls are way too steep to climb back out. The rules seem fairly easy, but there's not a lot of room to make mistakes. I'm quite literally scared stiff.
Come on, do something.
Except when his back is turned.
Hello? Hey! Over here! Help me out here. I'm learning. Fight like a bull!
That worked. The local drunk and I are competing for the role of clown.
No, we're coming. With me.
Though I must admit, I'm really worried that he might get hurt.
Let's get out of here.
But there's only one real fool at this event, and it's me. I cracked a rib, though I barely felt it at the time. My fight is over, though the last part of my journey has only just begun.
My mother is gonna kill me when she sees that. Actually, no, Dad's gonna kill me first.
My name is Karin Muller.
Right.
I'm 33 years old and something of a vagabond. But it's not foreign places that I find so fascinating. It's the people. This is the story of my journey, 4,000 miles long, into the heart of a great empire, where I hope to find what's left of the ancient Inca culture.
We're here, guys. Come on.
And become a part of it, if I can.
It's gonna be a long day.
The Inca once ruled from Ecuador to Chile. To oversee their empire, they built a network of roads down the spine of the Andes and along the coast. 4 months into my journey, I've reached the heart of the Inca Empire. But I still have to survive the morning after. Reality is hitting hard on the Inca Trail with a full backpack and a cracked rib. Every step feels like a hammer blow to my chest. And the steep stone stairs aren't helping one bit. Until...
Oh my God. Machu Picchu.
an Inca city, almost entirely intact. Once thought to be the last Inca stronghold against the Spanish, Machu Picchu has since been labeled everything from an agricultural research station to a refuge of the sacred sun virgins. No one knows why the Inca chose to build this great city in such an isolated place, or why they abandoned it to the jungle. The buildings are magnificent. If only stones could speak. And suddenly, I know where I've gone wrong. It's not the Inca monuments I want to see. It's the people who created them. The answer's back the way I've come, in Ollantaytambo. It was once a thriving Inca town. People still live inside these ancient walls. They celebrate festivals, raise their children, and follow customs that go back for centuries.
Estoy aprendiendo quechua. Pero también, sí.
They remember me from the bullfight.
Amable de ustedes. Gracias.
It's a wedding. The bride and groom just stand there stiffly, though the rest of the guests feel no such inhibitions, aided by an endless flow of beer. The hopefuls sit waiting for their turn. The celebrations continue throughout the night, but the next morning life goes back to its daily grind in the salt pits. Fed by a supersalinated stream, the water is allowed to evaporate, leaving behind a thin layer of salt, which is chipped away, crushed, and sold throughout the sacred valley. Cusco. The word means navel in Quechua. It lies at the very center of the Inca Empire. This is where the Inca built their greatest masterpieces, with stonework so fine that it's still impossible to feel the seams. Cusco is firmly rooted in the past. Though these old walls now have some rather unusual inhabitants, and in places still bear the markings of how it all began. Every year they reenact the legend of Manco Capac, the very first Inca, who stepped ashore at Puno with a golden staff. He had instructions to build a city upon the spot where it would disappear completely when thrust into the ground. And in the Thanksgiving celebrations that followed, a new empire was born. But where did Manco himself come from? For that, I have to go to the place where the Inca say it all began, their Eden, the island of the sun.
Gracias, señor.
It feels like nothing has changed here. Oruro, in the center of Bolivia, is packed with a rather odd crowd. You're all here for the carnival.
I can't wait.
I'm not about to miss out on all the fun.
This is gonna be so cool.
But first, they tell me, I'll need a costume. There's certainly plenty of styles to choose from.
Good God. You gotta be kidding me. How do you scratch your nose?
After much thought, I've decided to join the Diablada, the Devil's Troupe.
Oh, yeah. Qué perfecto.
I spend a week with an old man who labors the entire year for this one day.
Yeah.
Listo, termina la
Mire, mire.
carita.
And then, the steps. The whole city seems to be out practicing. I'm beginning to realize I'm in over my head. But by now it's way too late to back out. 6 a.m. Not much time for last-minute adjustments.
Oh my God, they're tight. I'm the only one wearing red boots because my feet are so large.
My costume seems a trifle short.
My nose hurts because my entire mask is sitting on it.
Pantyhose and heels. On a trip like this? $25,000 dancers gathered to celebrate the yearly carnival, making this the second largest festival in all of South America. Thank goodness for an angel to keep me in step. But how can I dance when I can't even see? The boots are another matter. 2 sizes too small, and 4 hours to go. I've never been so happy to see a church in all my life.
Oh, God.
I wonder what the preacher must be thinking. And then I finally realize they aren't dancing for the carnival or for the spectators. They're dancing for the Virgin to show their faith. Today, they've done her proud.
G'day, I'm Ben Dark and I'm going to take you on a tour through our unique country. We're going to follow in the footsteps of the toughest adventurers ever to cut a track through the Aussie scrub. Now, if you think this is going to be boring history book stuff, mate, you're dreaming.
Don't miss all the action, adventure and fun. Explore your country with Ben Dark on an Aussie outback adventure unlike any other. Tomorrow night at 9:30 on National Geographic Channel.
Choose your future and change the way you look at life. Invest with Perpetual.
The dancing goes on till morning, when everyone gathers in the central square for the Battle of the Bands. Whoever plays the loudest wins. At last, the real carnival begins. A no-holds-barred, week-long water fight. Just when I think I'm the only foreigner, I meet a guy from Britain who invites me for a stroll. Foreigners get special attention, though we probably aren't making things any easier on ourselves. Take no prisoners, hold no grudges. Just good, clean fun. highway. Obviously not a great place to catch a ride. On second thought, but less than 2 minutes later,
oh my God. Look. Flat tire.
on one of the most dangerous roads in South America. There's nothing we can do but wait.
Look at this tire. Look at the scare.
And hope for the best. Over 100 vehicles have piled up in front of us. Not the best place for a traffic jam.
Oh dear. Yeah, fast.
Everyone's in a hurry, and for good reason. We have less than an hour of daylight left, and no idea what's coming next.
It's getting too dark to see the branches coming. I think probably this is the only thing to do, just to get as low as possible and hope for the best. Gracias. I made me the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
But not as dangerous as what's still coming. Bolivia is one of the world's largest producers of cocaine, and much of it travels down this one road into the red zone.
El camino es tránsito que va hasta la localidad de Guayaramerín y de ahí se procede a su venta al lado del Brasil.
The drugs can be hidden almost anywhere, but are often placed next to something that will throw off the dogs. Detergent, garlic, or coffee. And under a false bottom,
Precursores.
one of the ingredients used to manufacture raw cocaine.
Could be legitimately that this guy wants to sell this as detergent, but the fact that he hid it in a false bottom under coffee, which is used to mask the odor, is very, very suspect.
Uyuni, in the remote southern corner of Bolivia. Its famous salt pan stretches as far as the eye can see. I'd given up any hope of finding a ride across the flats when a pair of bikers conveniently drive into town. They're from Germany.
Hi there.
They've been riding non-stop all the way from North America, and it shows.
Time for a serious wash.
Exactly. I don't suppose you'd have room for a passenger into the salad?
Oh, if you have no too much luggage,
I don't have that much luggage.
maybe. Well, why not?
Fantastic. Yes! Perfect.
Ready?
Let's go.
In 4 short weeks, they have to sell their motorbikes and go home. But first, they're determined to make it all the way to Patagonia. They tell me I'm welcome to come along if I'm prepared to earn my keep.
Es tiempo de volver, el viaje terminó, la noche nos espera, el viento nos empuja.
my journey will be over too. A moment I'll remember till the day I die.
Yes! Look at this! Yes! This is so beautiful!
At last, wheels, all my own. No more crowded buses or cranky mules. The freedom of the road. I can go where I please, stop when I want. As long as I can start again. Stupid bike.
Bad news. Yes! Yes! I hate this bike. No, 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 no! Nothing. I'm gonna die here. Help!
In this desert, nobody ignores a traveler in distress. 2 motorbikes later, I'm back on the road. With 1,000 miles between me and Santiago, there's plenty of time to think. 6 months along the Inca Road, it's become a way of life. And now, it's all about to end. This is the southernmost way station in the Inca Empire. Tomorrow, I'll reach Santiago. I came to South America to travel the Inca Road, to map it, to describe it, to find out exactly where it went and why. This turned out to be an entirely different kind of journey, not about a road at all, but about the people who live along that road. You see, the Inca Empire was never really conquered. It's alive and well. All through the Andes, I found people who are hanging on to their history while still finding their way in a changing world. This journey has taught me many things. That fear is the ultimate enemy. To trust in the kindness of strangers. And that the human spirit will always find a way. It's been the adventure of a lifetime.
A 100 million years ago, an extremely unique species